part 2 of the homework. Yeah, I had to plug my phone up. It's on 30 something, but I have it on battery saver, so hopefully I'll be good. Okay. So, let's get started. I'll go back to where I was. For 17, I have been making pictures described alternately as thrillers, dark mysteries, and chillers. Yet, I have never actually directed a whodunit or a puzzler. Offhand, this may sound like debunking, but I do not believe that puzzling the audience is that a sense of suspense. Is the essence of suspense. Take, for instance, the drama I recently filmed at Warner Bros. Called Rope. It stars James Stewart with John Chandler, our new discovery in the feminine lead. John, wait. Okay. In the John Dahl and Farley Granger strangle a young man in the opening shoot. They put his body in a chest, cover the chest with damask cloth and silver surface. Then serve horse thinivers and drinks from it at a party from the victim's father, mother, sweetheart, and assorted friends. Everyone is okay, y'all. Everyone is gay and charming. From it at a party for the victim's father, mother, sweetheart, and assorted friends. Everyone is gay and charming when Stewart begins to suspect. It says everyone is gay and charming when Stewart begins to suspect foul play. Late in film, John Dahl puts a gun in his pocket in case things get too hot. And the audience knows everything from the start. The players know nothing. There's not a single detail to puzzle the audience. And it is certainly not a whodunit, for the simple reason that everyone out front knows who did it. No one on the screen knows except the two murderers. The fact it is certainly not a whodunit, for the simple reason that everyone out front knows who did it. No one on the screen knows except for the two murderers. The fact that the audience watches actors go blithely through an atmosphere that is loaded with evil makes for real suspense. These are the questions now that constantly pops up. Will the murderers break and give themselves away? When the victim does not show up for the party, will his father suspect? Will Jimmy get killed before he discovers the actual crime? How long will that body lie in its wooden grave at a champagne party without being discovered? If we are successful, we'll have the audience at such a pitch that they want to shout every time one of the players go near the chest. In order to achieve this, one of the necessary ingredients of the formula is a series of plausible situations with people that are real. When characters are unbelievable, you never get suspense. You only surprise. Just because there is a touch of murder and an air of mystery about a story, it is not necessary to see transoms opening, clutching fingers, hooded creatures, and apes on the Chinese rug. Spellbound was based on a complete psychiatric Spellbound was based on a complete psychiatric truth. Fortune Correspondent was simply a story of a man hammering away at events with a woman who was not much help. Notorious concerned a woman caught in a web. Notorious concerned a woman caught in a web of world events from which she could not extricate herself. In the Paradin case was a love story embedded in the emotional quicksand of a murder trial. In none of these was the house filled with shadows, the weather dull and stormy throughout. The more windswept, and the doors creaky. In fact, it is important in a story with sinister implications to use counterpoint. Great contrast between. Wait, hold on, my brain is lagging. Okay. Great contrast between situation and background, as we did in Rope. John Dahl is guilty of a bestial crime, which the audience sees him perform with young Granger. But throughout the film, he is grace and charm itself, and his apartment is gay and beautifully appointed. And when Granger plays the piano, he picks a light and childish piece, a minuet. Suspense involves contrast. Okay, I'll wrap. Okay. I'll go do this. I'm going to read it because I low-key like this story. Not that one, like I like it, but it's not really something I would read normally. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I really don't. Maybe. I have no idea. But the one I'm about to read is really good. I doubt it has a real storybook, but it's in here, so it's called The Leading Role. I know you're all anticipating the spring play, Mr. Dillon assorted the Norton middle room. No, I do like this one. I thought it was a different one. But I still like this one. The Leading Role. I know you're all anticipating the spring play. Mr. Dillon addressed the Norton Middle School Drama Club. Today, Mrs. Costas and I are happy to announce that this year's production will be Les Miserables. Excited rustling and a few cheers erupting from the students seated in the auditorium. Miss Costas beamed proudly. The Wizard of Oz was a great success last year. I think you're all up to the task of an even more challenging performance. Those interested in auditioning for the lead role should speak to me. We'll have after-school practices for the next 2 weeks. Auditions are after-school practice. Auditions are after. We'll have after-school practices for the next 2 weeks. Auditions are on Thursday, the 17th, with callbacks on Friday, the 18th. Good luck, everyone. As Anna stood up from her seat, she felt like her heart might explode. She had adored and coveted the role of Cosette ever since she had gone with her family to see a performance of Les Miserables in the city 2 years ago. In that moment, she resolved to do whatever it took to play Cosette in the stage. As she stepped into the hallway to walk back to class, Anna was nearly run over by Jasmine, who squealed and grabbed her arm. Oh my gosh, can you believe it, Les Miserables? I am totally going to audition for Cosette. What part are you auditioning for? Anna found herself temporarily speechless. I'm not sure yet. Well, let me know when you decide, Jasmine queeped excitedly. Then she bounded off down the hall with her dark hair bouncing behind her. Anna remembered that the same dark hair worn in braids when Jasmine played the lead part of Dorothy in last year's show. Anna hadn't minded playing the part of Glinda. It was an important role, but it wasn't the lead she hoped for. Anna sometimes resented how Jasmine had been stepping into the lead in schools. Wait. In school musicals since they were little, but she had to admit that Jasmine was exceptionally talented and had a stage presence to boot. She didn't even seem to try very hard, even though she sometimes missed rehearsals or showed up late. Jasmine still managed to remember her lines and hit the notes. This behavior annoyed some of the other cast members, but it was forgiven when the audience gave a standing ovation. Anna's heart sank when she thought about auditioning against a middle school star like Jasmine. Then Anna felt a hand on her shoulder. It was Mr. Dillon. "I hope you're going to give the role of Cosette a shot," he said. "I'd like to," said Anna hopefully. "I've always wanted to play it, but I'm nervous," she admitted. Mr. Dillon smiled. "Then I hope you'll come to practice after school today. We'll learn the songs and see where your areas of challenge are, so you can practice and fine-tune before the audition. I'll tell you right now, Anna, this is a challenging production, and no one is going to walk through it on a talent alone. We're all going to have to work hard." Anna felt a glimmer of hope. If she worked hard, she had a chance. She would show Mr. Dillon. Anna was the first student to show up for practice. Mr. Dillon was at the piano, and Miss Cosette, the voice coach, handed her the sheet music. Anna immediately began to study it. Slowly, other hopeful students arrived at the practice. Periodically, Anna looked up from her music to see if Jasmine had arrived, but she hadn't. She still hadn't arrived when they began singing. It was the same scenario from the rest of the practices that week. When the day of the audition arrived, Anna felt nervous but prepared. She had practiced at school and every night on her own. She was somewhat surprised to see Jasmine at the audition, appearing loose and relaxed. When she saw Anna, she said, "You're auditioning for Cosette?" She seemed confused and surprised. Anna just nodded, preserving her voice for her turn on the stage. When it was her turn, she felt strong, hitting all the notes and lyrics as she had intended. Mr. Dillon said that a callback list would be posted outside the auditorium the following morning. Before school, she left not wanting to hear Jasmine's audition. She left not wanting to hear Jasmine's audition. She didn't want to shake her good mood. The next morning, Anna was so nervous she almost didn't want to know what the results were. The first thing she saw as she approached the auditorium was Jasmine's dark hair amongst the gaggle of excited students surrounding the bulletin board. Before she could read the board, Jasmine turned around. When she saw Anna, her mouth smiled, but her eyes did not. "Congratulations, Anna," she said. And then questions. Hi. Hi. I'm trying to get my highlighter out, but I can't. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Bro, ain't no way it's on 20 again. Okay. Context best supports the inference that Anna is the. What are they doing? As Anna stepped up from her seat, she felt like her heart might explode. No. In that moment, she resolved to do whatever it took to play. Okay. Resented how Jasmine had been stepping into the parts in middle school. In school musicals when the day of the audition arrived. Nervous but prepared. She was on whatever it took. Okay, what inference? Yeah, I'm live. I'll be cussing. What inference or generalization can be made about? No, she ain't. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. Y'all, this says, what inference or generalization can you make about Jasmine based on her behavior? It says she is a corroborative performer. She ain't.
Do not. After you sent that, don't.
I didn't send nothing.
What you.
No, I didn't send it. I said, should I send it? I didn't send it.
Looks good.
I didn't because I was on live and my phone's on 20. They don't know what I'm talking about. Got ready to just walk up to him.
Give me a chip bag.
I was gonna throw it away, but my trash can in here.
I know.
Is it cleaned yet? Mama.
Could be tomorrow.
Oh, ain't no way it takes that long. Okay. Well, I got this. Okay. Brain's lagging again. Okay. What can you infer happens in the last paragraph? No, because Jasmine no. Yeah. Nope. Chickens, it ain't time to wake up yet. The chickens are cock-a-doodle-doodling and it ain't even time for bed yet and they trying to wake people up. Okay. We're gonna do this mirror off. Okay. Explain your answer to the previous question. Why do you think this was the outcome of the story? I think that finger stings. And I don't know. Hi.
No.
What? Ivana, I'm live.
What?
I'm live.
I don't care.
And even though you're playing, that's still weird. I don't care. My bad, my bad. And I got called back. And I got called back. Bro. I feel like that. Oh, God, I want to do something real quick.